On one hand, Donald Trump is facing a $450 million fine for fraudulently inflating the value of U.S. properties in order to obtain loans. On the other hand, he's being investigated for the same crime in another country. The Herald Glasgow states that Trump inflated the value of his Scottish properties by as much as $200 million as part of a scheme to dupe banks and others and borrow more at lower rates. The Trump Organization reportedly valued the two 560-unit development 831, £164 at one point even. Though in appraisal it got put at less than 50% of that, according to the findings of fact in a civil fraud case. The undeveloped Aberdine land was thus valued at $27.9 million. The amberine sea case was a subset of a larger legal action that asserts corporation lined by billions when it provided banks and insurers with false financial statements in an effort to secure preferential loan and insurance rates. After a civil investigation by the New York Attorney General's office, the real estate magnate narrowly avoided having some of his companies dissolved, a move that could have led to bankruptcy. This Trump guy might not be up to snuff. I'm starting to believe that New York Attorney General Letitia James may soon take swift action to confiscate the valuable properties owned by former President Donald Trump. According to former federal prosecutor Joyce Vance, we're calling Trump's incapacity to pay the substantial $450 million judgment in his civil fraud trial. Vance, a former U.S. attorney, drew attention to the filing in a recent Thursday, February 29, 2024, MSNBC News interview. Vance made his remarks that the day after Trump failed in his attempt to reduce the bond he is required to pay while his appeal is pending. Simply put, Judge Arthur Enrine rejected Trump's $100 million offer and ordered the ex-president to pay the full $450 million. The president's iconic New York properties are at risk of seizure, since Trump acknowledged in Wednesday's ruling that he cannot acquire this amount without selling off property. Vance stressed at the New York Attorney General's office will act swiftly to enforce the judgment against Trump regardless of whether Trump continues to appeal the decision. This may involve taking possession of his real estate holdings, such as the world-famous Trump Tower and the skyscraper at 40 Wall Street, which have been specifically named by Letitia James. When asked about the remaining legal avenues available to Trump, Vance gave a somber assessment, saying that the former president has few options. Trump must show that he can pay the judgment in order to avoid the Attorney General's office from trying to collect it through other methods after he was found guilty of defrauding investors by inflating the value of his properties. It seems like he has exhausted all possible options. Here, Vance commended there's very little that Trump can do to continue to maneuver Trump